Good morning, students. Today's topic is about sources of medieval history, which is the first lesson in 7th standard term 1 social science book. Before entering into the topic, let's have a recap of our previous standard portion. So, what is history? History is the study of past events in chronological order, that means in particular sequential order. The word history is derived from a Greek word called historia, which means learning by inquiry. So, history conveys really happened incidents, so it is not like a bedtime stories. So, let's move on to timeline in history. So, BCE means before Common Era, CE means Common Era, which is also called AD. So, let's see how it works. So, the dates which is far from the zero on the BCE side is considered as the older event, and the dates far from the zero on the ACE side is considered as new event. I hope you understood. So, next move on to classification of history. So, history are classified under 3 time intervals. So, first one is ancient history, next is medieval, next is modern history. Let's see one by one in detail. Ancient history, which is also called prehistory. So we can know about the prehistoric people lifestyle, their hunting style, their rock paintings, cave paintings, etc. They led a nomadic life. That means they keep on moving from one place to another in search of food and shelter. They don't have any permanent settlement. Later, they invented fire. With the help of fire, they learned cooking process, and then they learned fishing activities. Then they invented wheels. With the help of wheel, they made agriculture practice, which is used for transport also. And then they made pots out of wheels. So, and they decorated the pots with some patterns. Not only this, we can also get to know about Indus Valley civilization, which is also called Harappa civilization, world's largest urban civilization, well known for town planning. So now let's see about medieval period. So medieval history is the time period between the ancient history and the modern history. We can know about the Rajputs till the great Mughal emperors like Babur, Akbar, etc. Now we can see about the modern history. So modern history is the time period between your advent of Europeans and the independence struggle. So Europeans mainly entered into India for trading purpose, that too for spice trading. So the first European to enter was Portuguese named Vasco da Gama. He landed at Calicut. In this lesson, we are going to see only about medieval history. So as I told before, medieval history is the time period between your ancient history and the modern history, which is classified under 2 time intervals. One is early medieval from 700 to 1200 AD. Next one is later medieval from 1200 to 1700 AD. So in early we can know about Rajputs, Vijayanagar, Bahmani kingdoms. In later medieval we can know about the great Mughal emperors like Babur, Akbar, and last one is Aurangzeb. So according to Kafi Khan, he is a courtier of Emperor Aurangzeb. What he told is, an historian must create a balanced report without any partiality. So let's see what he had told. It is the duty of an historian to be faithful, to have no hope of profit, no fear of injury, to show no partiality on one side or animosity. Animosity means enmity on the other side. To know no difference between a friend or a stranger, and to write nothing but with sincerity. So, a person who writes the history must give a sincere report. So, let's move on to sources of history. Sources helps to reconstruct our history. So, what do you mean by sources? So, sources are the collections of evidence or proof collected by the historians. Historian means a person who writes the history. So, there are two kinds of sources. So, primary and secondary source. So, let's see one by one. So, primary source is a raw material which provides valuable, rich information. For example, inscription. So, inscription itself, we have palm leaf inscriptions, stone inscriptions, copper plate inscriptions, then coins, then some monuments. So these and all provides valuable rich information. Next is secondary source. Examples are travelogue. Travelogue means a book written by a traveler. For example, if a foreign traveler visited India, means he will write a book based on his experience. He will mention all the cultures practice in the society, trading policies, everything will be contained in that book. So it is called travelogue. So next we can see about biographies and autobiographies. So biography means if some other person writes others' achievements, then it is called biography. Autobiography means if they write it on their own, it is called autobiography. Example, Abdul Kalam's Wings of Fire. So I hope you understand this session. Let's see one by one in detail. So before that, so see the evaluation questions. Define history. Who is the courtier of Emperor Aurangzeb? Name the two types of source. What is a travelogue? Difference between a biography and autobiography. So answer these questions in a notebook. So let's see one by one in detail in our next session. Thank you.